Welcome. I'm sorry. Hey, welcome to the Lyle Style Show. My name is Lyle Style. We have a beautiful show with you tonight. You know, I have a wonderful guest here, Kevin Burt. He's very well known in not in the Ivy City, but the whole state. I mean, he's an icon. I mean, he's been playing for umpteen years. I've been knowing him since the 70s. Me and him, we go back a long ways and whatnot. Definitely want to welcome you, man. Hey. Thanks for coming on here, man.
It's a pleasure, man.
I appreciate you doing this. I know you're busy, doing traveling all over and whatnot.
You know, I'm doing my hustle, man. That's all.
What a wonderful hustle.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, but you know, I was just thinking about, man, you know, just going back into the 90s when you first started. Yeah. And let's tell some of the viewers. I mean, how did you first start doing your gigs and stuff?
Well, I got started with music. Oddly enough, one of my I worked several jobs in the community. One of my bosses at my job heard me singing in the office one day and just told me flat out, "Boy, you need to be singing." She introduced me to her son, a fellow named Eric Madison, and they were just getting started with putting together a blues band, and that band eventually became the Blues Instigators, now known as Kevin B.F. Burt and the Instigators.
The Blues Instigators. Now, I remember you when you first came on the show back in the 90s, man. That's, wow, about 15 years ago, man. We go back, man.
I mean, way back in those days, we were a 7-piece band, and you know, we had a lot of fun. But everybody, you know, over time, people go in their own directions. You know, folks like John Klinkowitz, who was a guitarist with the Instigators. Has his own group called Johnny Kilowatt.
Johnny Kilowatt, huh?
Yeah, Matt Ponick, who is still the guitarist with the Instigators, formed his own little trio that's called the Matty Kool-Aid Trio. You know, and Ed English, the original bassist with or one of the original bassists with the Instigators, plays with the Beaker Brothers and 2 or 3 other groups in and around the area. So everybody's stayed with music, but everybody's kind of gone their own directions.
Yeah. So tell me, how did you? I mean, it's been this long and whatnot. You've been doing great. And back then, when you was doing the Blues Instigators, you was traveling, doing different shows, venues, and whatnot. So now, are you solo, or are you still with the band?
I still have the Instigators. I have another group that I call that's called Big Medicine, and it's like, we can't cure you, but we make you feel better.
I like it. Oh man, Big Medicine.
That's that one. And actually, that name comes from, you know, it's got a little bit of a deeper, you know, there was a slave that traveled with Lewis and Clark.
Okay.
And that slave's name was York. And when Lewis and Clark would come across Native Americans, when they'd come across the different tribes, those tribes didn't trust Lewis and Clark, but they trusted the slave because his skin was darker than theirs. They thought that he must have deep spiritual and healing medicinal properties about him. And so they gave him the name Big Medicine. And so that's where the name of that group comes from.
Okay,
from that, you know, from me reading that little piece of history.
Wow.
And so I just thought that was a cool name.
It is a cool name. I mean, looking back at the roots and whatnot. Speaking of that, you know, because this is a Monday, taping the show, and this is Martin Luther King's birthday. Yeah. I have a dream. Yeah. Has music been your dream?
You know, from the time that I didn't know that I was supposed to do this until I started doing it. Okay. You know, growing up and getting myself through high school, getting through college, I believed to my soul that I was supposed to play football professionally. That was my goal. And I was given the opportunity to try out for the Hamilton Tiger Cats in Canada. They're a professional team in Canada. And made it through the first cut and got released on the second cut. And got to find out what my life was going to be without football. And excuse me, lo and behold, in that short window, I had moved to Iowa City. I actually left from here to go to the tryout in Canada, came back here, and within a couple of months of being cut, started singing. And didn't know that was my path. Wow. Once I got started on that path, you know, I didn't play any instruments, any of that kind of stuff. I just sang. Okay. And so, but it's kind of like if you're going to learn another language, the best way to learn it is to be submersed in that culture. And I got kind of trial by fire. Everything I've learned to do with music, I've learned on stage.
I mean, you have a powerful voice, man. I mean, you know, I wish I could sing, man. I was kind of thinking about going on America's Got Talent a little bit, you know. I was, yeah.
You should. I'm
a joke. I can't sing. I'm just, you know what?
But see, that's the thing, man. You know, everybody. I
wish I could. I sing in the tub though, in the shower. I can sing good in the shower though, really.
I've just got a belief, man. You know, that everybody's got a voice. Yeah. That if you believe in what it is that you're doing and you do what you do with confidence, you know, you don't have to be the best to be heard. Right. You know, bottom line, if it was about being the best, nobody would know the name Bob Dylan.
Touche, man. Yeah, okay. Right.
You know, I mean, fantastic songwriter, but you know, everybody, even the biggest fans of Bob Dylan will say it's not the greatest vocalization. You know, and a lot of his songs, you know, are you know, they're classics because of what he had to say. But you know, he's, you know, without a doubt, he's one of my favorites.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. Who's your favorite?
You know, he's on that list. You know, because he did what he did with conviction, you know, and some of his songs have, in my opinion, made people stop and think.
And is that what you do? I mean, do you write songs?
I do write songs.
Okay, and that's what you do when you come up with the lyrics and the words and whatnot. You write it to where you want to make a point and to touch people to where they say, "Wow, man, this is." There's something to this, whatever. Make people think
Absolutely. But you know, everything, you know, everything I think is in art is based on some type of common connection. You know, and you know, the cool thing about being a blues guy, and you know, I'm a blues guy that's not, you know, a traditional, in its traditional form. 'Cause I'm not from Mississippi. I'm not from those places that have that iconic sound that's in, you know, that has to exist. I'm a blues guy from Iowa. You know,
so you from here? You from this state?
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Waterloo, and so it's one of those things where there's no preset way for me to do this. You know, I could try and do it like the guys from Chicago. I could try and do it like the guys from Mississippi. I could try and do it like the guys from Kansas City. You know, but bottom line is, I got to do it the way that it feels right for here.
Right. So you have your own style, your own flavor, so to speak. There.
Well, I think that's what made those other places iconic. Those people that did it and established what that sound was. Those people did it the way that it felt right to them.
Now, you know what? Let's talk a little bit about your personal life, you know, man. I mean, you've been doing that. You got kids, which I didn't realize you had kids.
I got two girls.
2 girls. They school-wise or?
9 years old and 12 years old. Gonna be 13.
Oh my goodness! What you think now? Are they talented? Are they in the music business or?
They're talented. They you know, they're both very creative souls and both have beautiful voices. But it's one of those things where the path that they choose to travel is going to be theirs. You know, the instruments are all available for them to, you know, play with and ask questions about. But I'm not trying to twist anybody's arm to make them, you know, do anything that they don't want to do. My oldest daughter has an affinity for fashion design.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Okay,
and I think she's quite good, but you know, I'm biased. You know,
does she look at your wardrobe and say,
Absolutely.
Look there now, you have to come up with the jeans. I don't want you no more jeans. You got to, you know, you got to wear this type of stuff, whatever.
She's on me about color palettes.
Oh, okay.
You know, she's always telling me, Dad, you got to put some color. I'm one of those guys that I put on black and white for everything.
Exactly.
And, you know, she's on me about making sure that there's some color. You know, and and she's also into poetry. You know, and she's you know, doing well. You know, my daughter Phoebe, I'm not sure if this planet is going to be ready for her.
Uh-oh.
You know, she's just, her personality is huge. And, you know, she's, you know, she's gone to events. I played at the Boundary Waters Blues Festival in northern Minnesota last year. And she was hired by the Blues Festival to sing the national anthem, you know, and she just...
She killed it, huh?
Yeah, she just, I mean, she nervous,
yeah.
you know, but, you know, my little boo got up and started the song a little higher than she had ever practiced it, but maintained pitch all the way through. And it really just impressed me, just because I could tell how nervous she was. And, you know, she didn't waver, she didn't falter. And, you know, that to me, for an adult, that would be impressive.
Yeah,
for an 8-year-old.
Yeah. She's 8?
Yeah. Well, at the time she was.
Okay.
She was 8 years old. It was very impressive, you know, to me. You know,
yeah.
I don't know.
Without a doubt.
I don't know that at 8 years old I could have done that in front of, you know, 2,500 people.
Amazing. That's wonderful. She should be coming on the show. I mean, my goodness, man. We should get her booked on this show right here, boy.
Yeah.
I like to see talented young people doing the thing and making a difference, you know, being so young. You know, God calls young people because they're strong. So I'm a very faith. My faith is what really sustains me, and I just love to see young people doing things and following their dreams. Because I believe this, that a person without a dream is a person without a future. Yeah. You have to have a dream to go forth. My dream is sitting here doing this, talking to you. My dream has come to pass, man. I appreciate, you know, you just coming here and sharing your thoughts and everything with me. But I also like to, you have your guitar here, man, which
absolutely
beautiful things. I like to get into. I mean, now have you got any new recordings or any new work?
Well, the song that I'm gonna beat up on first at y'all this is a song that I wrote for my daughters.
Let's hear it.
If we're gonna spend some time talking about them, this is a song.
Well, definitely.
This is a song that I wrote for my daughters. I actually wrote this song when they were really young, and this song's called "Your Smile." All right.
That's what daddy's supposed to do. Just remember, no matter where you go, no matter where you roam, your daddy's waiting with open arms. Oh, to give you that just to see you smile.
Oh, man, that's a hit song, brother.
Oh.
I said, you know what? We heard it on the show. A beautiful song, man. For your kids, that's a hit song, man. That's got to be played on the radio. If anybody out there watching, hearing this song right here, you got to get this recorded and right on the radio because that's a hit song. I love it, man. My goodness! Wow.
But you know, when we're talking about the artistry of different things, you know, to me, that's something that, you know, if your kids, if somebody else's kids, they matter to you. That's you know, that's those are words that you can't always come up with. You know. Oh, yeah. And I've had a lot of fathers, I've had a lot of kids, excuse me, come up to me and say, that's how I always felt about my father. I always felt that from my father, but he never said it. You know, I've had a lot of fathers say to me, man, I want to say that to my kids, but I can't get those words out. That's exactly what I want to say.
And you say it for them, man.
You know, and that's what art is supposed to do.
Right.
You know, I'm a big fan of Bill Withers. You know.
Oh yeah, I love him.
And Bill Withers, he put songs together that weren't necessarily just songs; they were anthems, and people can apply them to their world, you know, as they need to. You know, songs like Grandma's Hand, songs like Lean on Me, songs like Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone.
Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone.
It makes a difference from person to person. That story is going to be a little different, you know, but they apply. You can apply them to your own personal.
Exactly. I mean, now is there any significant person in your life?
Oh yeah, my wife. You know.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, there it is. Oh well, off the market.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I know all the women be after you, young man.
Hey, no.
Hey,
hey,
man,
my wife and I have been together for yesterday. Well, the 14th.
Oh, get it right now, bro.
Well, no. The 14th of this month was the 18th anniversary of our first date.
Wow. Okay, now so back when we was doing it, when you came on the show back in the '90s, you was kind of solo then.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, man. Yeah. Time goes by too quick. Too quick.
Too quick. Absolutely.
I mean, really. I mean, now. I mean, you have kids. You have a beautiful significant other in your life. Does she come to your concerts?
When she can. She's got her world that she's dealing with. You know, and not every venue that I play is family friendly. You know.
Okay. Yeah. I know.
So,
yeah.
I mean, with the kids and all that. But whenever I do festivals and those kinds of things, the family comes. You know, there's later this year I've got an opportunity to go. I'll be doing some shows in Pennsylvania and traveling out to the East Coast, and my family will probably come with me to those.
Good.
Spring break I'm supposed to be going out to Colorado. Family's going with me to those kinds of things. So it's and you know, if time allows, I'm trying to make sure that the family travels with.
Now, do you have a manager, or how do you?
I do it all.
And you do your own thing?
Yeah.
Man, you need a manager, man. I might have to get some.
We might have to talk after the show.
You have to talk after the show, brother, because, man, I'm telling you, boy, you're a gold mine. You are, come on now, brother. You are fantastic, man. You know, I mean, everybody knows you here, not just Iowa City, but just all over the state. And you've been doing your thing, and to do this for a living, wow. Well, marvelous. I commend you.
It's no different than anybody else working any other sales job. You know, you get out of it what you put into it. You know, and you know, everybody works. You know, everybody hustles, and this just is mine. Yeah.
And what would you say to aspiring young people, young artists that have a talent that really wants to get into? How would you put them in that direction?
Well, there's a lot of different ways inside of entertainment that I'm learning. You know, if you want to be a recording artist and you want to be one of those folks that people see a lot, or hear a lot more so than they see, there's ways to do that. You know, put the product together, get it in front of people before you put it out there. You know, and those are the folks that when they're looking for something that's brand new that folks have never been exposed to before, that's the kind of things they're looking for. All right, or you can travel the path that I travel. You know, it's a tougher path.
Yeah.
But it's afforded me a lot of opportunities to talk to and learn from my idols. You know, people like Buddy Guy, folks like B.B. King, folks like Bill Withers. I'm a performing artist. I perform consistently, night after night after night. You know, and once if I do a show here, I'm going to do a show over there the next night.
Okay.
Or sometimes I do a show over here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I got another show that's going to start at 6 o'clock someplace else.
Now, do you look for different talent? Do you know? Because I'm thinking about, you know, maybe I could audition for you, man. Maybe be a part. I'm thinking, I mean, I got a low voice. I can kind of go low a little bit.
Well,
you got a good voice, man. But
the one thing,
like a Barry White type thing, you know, I think I can do a Barry White, you know.
You know, the one thing is if that's your thing, what I encourage everybody to do is don't be afraid to try.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
I like that.
The hardest part about doing this is putting yourself out in front of other people to be critiqued.
Oh my goodness!
That's the hardest thing about this is that you're not going to and realizing you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea.
Okay.
You know, but you are a cup of tea, and somebody's going to like what you do. Everybody might not, but somebody will, and so it's worth it to, you know, everybody that's on the other side of your instrument. If you're somebody who's on this side of a microphone, everybody on the other side of your microphone, there's a lot of people out there that go, man, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
I wish I had the courage to do that. Same kind of thing with an instrument. People that are on the other side of that instrument, as they're watching you, they're saying to themselves, man, they make that look easy.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's you know, it's like a carpenter. You know, if you watch a carpenter do their thing, you're blown away, and it might encourage you, it might inspire you to go out and buy a hammer and a saw. But just because you own that hammer and that saw doesn't make you a carpenter.
Yeah, that's true.
Same thing with a guitar
so
and a harmonica. Just because you own the stuff doesn't make you a musician. It takes a lot of time, a lot of nurturing to put yourself in a position where you can say, I am a cup of tea.
You are the best tea that I've ever seen, brother. So what can I say with that? You the best tea, man. I will taste you and everything else. I appreciate that. Did you have any DVDs? I mean CDs. I call it this is CD. Wow, I remember back in the day it was like records. I'm telling my age.
Hey, I'm with you.
Okay, I'm still a young dude.
Yeah. I get away with I just say recording.
Recording, okay. you have any? How can people get you? You on iTunes or?
I've got one recording that's out on iTunes. I've got a website that's going to be coming up soon. KevinBFBurt.com.
Okay, KevinBFBurt.com.
Yeah, if people want to track me,
get that.
If people want to track me down, I do the Facebook thing right now. So Kevin B.F. Burt at Facebook. You know, or Facebook's /Kevin B.F. Burt, and you can track me down that way.
Amen.
Just look for the brother holding this guitar.
Holding guitar.
You know?
Hey man, you should be up here doing your own show, bro. I mean, my goodness, I can see you doing this little, doing a little own show live right on the net, man, and people would just, you'd be getting a whole lot of hits, man. I mean, because talent, people love talent, people love different stuff. I am a firm believer that I encourage, and I just feel just blessed to be with people that positive and doing their thing in a positive way. So, I mean, you know what? Think about it, time goes by real quick. Yeah. Time go by real quick, but you have to come back on the show again.
I'd love to.
Seriously. I mean, you have to come back on the show again, Kevin, because I appreciate you. The viewers appreciate you. So, I mean, it's a dream of yours, and you're doing your dream. And so,
absolutely.
And what I want to say to the viewers out there, it's like Kevin Burt, he's doing his dream. Like Martin Luther King, this is Martin Luther King Day. I had a dream. Everybody has a dream out there. Have a dream, whether it be small or big, but don't give up on that dream. Pursue it, just like what Kevin Burt did. Wonderful artist, he's doing his thing, talented. He pursued his dream, and now his dream is a reality full time. So don't ever give up your dream. I don't care how big. Don't ever. If people tell you can't do it, forget that. Keep your dream alive. Like I have a dream, and Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. I have a dream. I had a dream that I will be doing this. I'm doing my thing. I never gave up, so I want to tell everybody out there to keep your dream alive, keep doing things positive, and be a positive role model for everybody, and we appreciate it. Next time we're going to come on the show, I'm going to have a syndicated cartoonist on there. We're going to be talking a little about cartooning and whatnot and about the newspaper business, though. But this is a beautiful musician right here, Kevin Burt, man. Thank you, brother. Man,
it was a pleasure.
Again, a pleasure is all mine, man. All mine, man. I want you to definitely, man, you definitely have to come back on the show, give us an update about what you're doing.
All right, man.
You know, because you're doing...
You keep talking to folks. I'm going to play some music
play some music.
you, and you let them know what's going on,
He's going to play us off a little bit. He's going to play a little music. Harmonica. See, I wish I had... I don't have a... I don't have a... Oh, I like the way it sounds already. I can't play working. Keep going. Thank you all. I want to tell everybody to keep styling and profiling. Don't give up on your dreams. Until next time, thank the PATV for doing this for us. Do your thing. Thank you. Peace. We're definitely out of here.
Think about it, baby. You know what I mean. I just sit back, relax, close my eyes, and start to breathe. And it's alright. Baby, it's alright by me. 'Cause I know everybody. I know everybody. Your dream ain't mine, but as long as we keep on, I think everything gonna be just fine. I say it's alright. That's alright with me. Because everybody, Lord, everybody has a dream, girl. Everybody, oh Lord, everybody has a dream, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all tune in next time, PATV, whatnot, Lyle Style saying, keep styling and profiling. We're out of here.